stone pelting, sloganeering and a shutdown. Violent street protests have taken over Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. A massive crackdown by authorities on the civilian unrest in POK has reinforced demands of independence for this occupied territory. Police arrested 70 members of the Jammu Kashmir Joint Awami Action Committee during raids in Muzaffarabad and Mirpur divisions. In response to the arrest, JAC called for a shutterdown and a wheel jam strike in Muzaffarabad. The group, which represents traders of the region, had called for a strike to protest against rising inflation and to demand tax-free electricity from the Mangla Dam. They also demanded subsidies on wheat flour. But when members of the JAC took out a long march towards Muzaffarabad, they were stopped by police who resorted to tear gas shelling. The catalyst for the protests is the sorry state of Pakistan's economy, which has been on the brink for a while now. Pakistan's economy has been witnessing extremely high inflation and dismal economic growth for more than 2 years due to rising energy costs. Pakistan's foreign exchange reserves have fallen drastically ever since global food and fuel prices rose in the aftermath of the Russia-Ukraine war. Adding to the crisis is the collapse of trade with India. Pakistan stopped it after India revoked special status for Jammu and Kashmir in 2019. India-Pakistan trade shrunk to a low of about $2 billion annually over the last 5 years, which is just a fraction of the $37 billion trade potential estimated by the World Bank. Leaders in POK have been protesting alleged discrimination by the government in Islamabad in the distribution of power to the region. POK's Premier Chaudhry Anwarul Haq complained about not receiving their fair share of the 2600 megawatt of hydropower produced by the Neelam Jhelum project. Haq also said that his request for resources to increase the salaries of government employees in the recent budget was not accepted, and that he had been forced to divert development funds to pay them. POK activists are seeking India's intervention and urging New Delhi to facilitate the independence of the territory. So how is India a player in all of this? Historically, Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, once part of the princely state of Jammu and Kashmir, was illegally occupied by Pakistan in 1947. During India's independence, the British relinquished their claim over the princely state, offering the choice of joining India, Pakistan, or remaining independent. At that time, Maharaja Hari Singh, the ruler of Jammu and Kashmir, opted for an independent dominion status. During an uprising against the Maharaja, thousands of Pashtun tribesmen, backed by the Pakistani army, infiltrated Jammu and Kashmir. The Maharaja sought the Indian government's help, troops were swiftly dispatched to Srinagar, and a war began between the Indian and Pakistan armies. This resulted in stabilized control over 2 regions. The area under the influence of Pakistan-backed rebellions was renamed as Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. The Indian government has been clear on merging the illegally occupied region.
आजकल थोड़ी बहुत बातें पीओके पे भी चल रही हैं, वहां कुछ आपने देखा होगा कि कुछ घटनाएं भी हो रही हैं। अब मोदी सरकार जो है, हमारा मत इस पे बहुत स्पष्ट है। पार्लियामेंट का रेजोल्यूशन है, हम बहुत क्लियर हैं कि पीओके जो है भारत का अंग है। इट इज पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया, इट वाज ऑलवेज पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया, इट विल बी पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया। और हमारा ये जरूर इरादा है कि एक दिन हम पीओके को जो है वहां का इलीगल ऑक्यूपेशन जो है उसको हम खत्म करेंगे और पीओके जो है भारत के साथ वापस जुड़ जाएगा।
POK has suffered from neglect, freedom of expression has been severely curtailed, and human rights violations are rampant. It's little wonder that the people of POK are frustrated with the government and do not see any future in that country.